Yeah. 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 These are my washed vegetables. What am I cooking today? I'm cooking Caribbean stew. Um, I really want to make this easy for myself. Put my bag right down there so I can trash stuff one time. All right. So I have seasoned chicken here. I'm gonna add fresh herbs to it. So I'm gonna put a little bit extra in it. Give a little bit of love. Onion. Onion. Okay, so is anybody watching me? Today I am making a Caribbean stew. I need something a little bit with love. So this is something that I enjoy, so this is what I'm going to make today. Oh, got the background. All right. So what do I have inside of there already? So my chicken is actually already seasoned because I made fresh green seasoning this morning. But I feel like I should be adding a little bit more of certain things that I do have. So I'm going in with an extra batch of fresh seasonings. How do we make green seasoning in the Caribbean? Onions, garlic, um, cilantro, parsley, celery, thyme. Okay, so I have some fresh bell peppers here. I think I need some of it for something else. So we're gonna save the rest. So I don't have to cut this up. How about this? All right, what else am I missing? I'm gonna add fresh thyme. So I want to use that. Let me get my other time. I felt like I have more time in the fridge. Thyme is something that I always have in this house because I use it so much. So let me use what I have before I go get some of the fresh ones. And these I have washed and prepped already. So I'm gonna just add that in there. I do want to put piece of ginger. Um, okay. Then started it. I'm gonna get some garlic. Hey guys, so I am making stewed chicken from Trinidad and Tobago. And again, I've already had my seasonings marinating for about an hour, maybe two. But I want to add some extra fresh stuff to it. So before I actually get the cut stuff, to see how it really is cooked. So I'm gonna put this on top. I drop this on here because I'm not gonna use it. Okay, smash this one. What's your favorite thing about cooking? Or actually, what's your favorite meal? What's your like comfort food? My comfort food is stew. And today I'm making lentils as well. So if y'all want to see it, we can do that together. All right, let's get this. If I can get this out. Feel like I just wasted a piece of garlic. Oh, my mommy is rolling in her grave. I can't do this. Okay, it's gone. All right, one more piece right here. Alrighty, alrighty. And I don't think everybody in the Caribbean make their food different. Every island do something a little bit different. Um, I know people also use what is it called? Browning. They actually use the bottle of browning, but I only use that if I'm making like Jamaican food. Today I'm gonna brown my sugar on the spot. So let's see if I can get it to do what it needs to in one go. So I don't have to throw it away and then start again. All right, I gotta take my rings off. I can't do it. All right, I'm gonna mix this chicken up. I've already added salt, black pepper, everything that I needed in it. I'm just adding a lot of fresh herbs inside of it. I just, season them with love. Get your hands in there. Feel like I need a little bit more black pepper, maybe a little bit more salt, but I could always add that to the pot. So I'm gonna hold off on trying to add too much of anything. All right. Right, season with love. Yes, yes, putting love into the food. That's like the secret ingredient. Oh my God, I did see my flour with raw chicken. A piece of seasoning, but it wasn't a raw chicken. All right, so this is complete for now. I'm gonna wash my hands and I'm gonna get started on the pot. All right, guys, is that a salad? No, it's not a salad. Stewed chicken. I'm making Trinidadian stewed chicken. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this over, cover this for a little bit because I'm not using it right now. I'm gonna make something else, so I don't want to like really get rid of everything because my setup. I'm gonna use it again. The rest of it for now. Bring my pot to the center. I'm gonna add some oil. Do I have oil? I do have oil. Boom. Let's pour that oil inside of there. All right. Y'all wanna see how this goes? I could put y'all in the pot. Let's go in the pot. I can put y'all in the pot with me. All right. So that's my pot right there. Y'all get in the pot. All right, so as that oil do what it's supposed to do, I'm still gonna work on the next part of this, or at least start to chop stuff up. Or I can wait. I don't really gotta like rush myself. Once I start this, then everything else is gonna work itself out. So let me move this. All right, I'm gonna be putting brown sugar inside of here, and this is like the craziest part of it because if you do this wrong, then your sugar gonna be burning, your food gonna taste funny. Okay, so this is my brown sugar holder. Yeah, but I really want a pot spoon and I want a metal pot. So I'm in my kitchen looking for my metal pot spoon. It just makes my life feel a little bit more Caribbean. All right. So whilst I wait for my oil to get hot, I'm gonna turn some lights on so you could see. All right. The Gilly Boys. Hey, Gilly Boys. Or hi, everybody who's joining me. So, if you guys want to know what I'm making, I am making Caribbean stew chicken. That's what I'm making today. And I'm about to start browning my sugar so that we can get everything rolling in the pot. So, over here, I have my meat seasoned up. It's been doing what it needs to. So, I don't have to worry too much about it. It's just sitting here waiting for me. All right. So, I'm going to just rest that right there for now so y'all could see, right? So, that's what we're cooking. So I just added hot oil to the pot, olive oil. What I'm gonna do now is add my sugar. Um, oh shucks. Mm-hmm. All right, so sugar. I'll pour this in the pot. Oh shucks. Feel like I need a little bit more. So I'm pour a little bit more. All right. Now what we need to do is wait for this to brown. So I'm not gonna touch this right now because it's gonna like do what it need to. And then as it starts to caramelize and get its color and all of that, then I'm gonna start moving the spoon with it. All right. So in my chicken here, what do I have today? I have Trinidadian green season, which is like parsley, thyme, onion, garlic, celery, salt, not salt, vinegar. I didn't put a hot pepper in it because I'm gonna put that in the pot right here. Let's see what else did I put. I put um green bell pepper, red bell pepper. I just put stuff that I can find like here with me, make my own. All right, so I'm gonna lower my pot a little bit because I don't want it to start really burning, but you could see my sugar is definitely caramelizing, right? Let's get in there so you could see. So now this is when I'm gonna start, doing that. But I want it to get a little bit blacker, and then I want it to have like some streaks in it, like blonde streaks, basically. So we're gonna keep going. Hi, Chrisette. What's up? Thank you for joining me today. I'm making Trinidadian stew chicken. Get a chicken, get it from sugar a little bit more. You'll see how it's browning right there. This is exactly what we're looking for. And this is what, people. Ooh, okay, perfect. I don't want to burn it. Y'all hear that sizzling? That's what I'm looking for. Oh, yes. Okay, so now I'm gonna turn my pot up on high because I do want it to actually do what it's supposed to do. And little by little, I will turn this and then I'll get the color of the chicken to actually be what it's supposed to be. So, see, color is not sticking yet because it's still all hot, but it should have been more hot, I guess. Maybe I should leave the thing on high. I just don't want to burn my sugar. All right, so as I do what it's doing down there, it's caramelizing my chicken. We'll start turning. Is that traditional? It's Trinidadian stew chicken. I really don't know. Like that's something crazy. Like even as like a Caribbean, everything is just so normalized to me. I don't know if it is not normal. Like that's just what we eat. Like stew chicken is something we eat at least once a week for us. And this is like a quick pot. It's like really a lot of fresh seasoning, salt and pepper you add to it, and then you brown your sugar. If you don't want to brown your sugar, you could buy browning. Browning is this thing right here, but I'm not using this. I'm Trinidadian and I can brown sugar. So, we're going to learn to brown it or we're going to brown it right. All right. So, this is where I start tuning and this is where your chicken is going to start getting the color. And this is really why we brown our chicken so that brown our sugar so that a chicken could get color. But I have so much chicken in the pot, I just got to take my time with this one. But we're not gonna add any water right now because for the next like 10 minutes, this is gonna spring its own water and it's gonna do its own flavoring and everything that needs to be done. So there are a few things I could do in the meantime. I'm gonna cut up a tomato because I'm gonna drop a tomato in there. So one whole tomato, that's what I'm gonna be dropping in there eventually. Am I going to be doing that? Yeah, 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 I'm gonna be doing that. It's okay. If I don't use it here, I may do someone else. All right. So nothing wastes in my house. All my vegetables always go in my pot, even if they starting to not be sandwich edible. It's still cookable. It's not bad. I ain't got no mold or nothing on it. It's just, extra juicy tomato. Not as firm as I would usually do for a sandwich. So I have a tomato cut up. All right, let's tune our pot. Get that rolling here. All right. I still want the rest of it to brown, so I'm gonna just leave it, let it do what it do right now as it's spring water. Cause it's a whole chicken inside of here, y'all. I cook a whole chicken because when I cut up the half, it felt like it was too little bit, and I was like, I'm not doing all of this for no half a chicken. So I have my tomato. The next thing I'm gonna need is some. I haven't done this in a while. Not really that I haven't cooked it in a while. I usually don't put bay leaf in it, but bay leaf give a really nice flavor. We have leaf, big leaf thyme, and other things that we could put in it. But this is what I'm gonna put in this pot this time. So I'm just gonna get one leaf rested to the side and I'm gonna add that in soon. All right, the next thing I wanna work on is just let that spring its water and do what it do. My main goal right here is to actually brown the chicken. So I gotta make sure I tune it so that all the sides of chicken, because I have a big pot of chicken, can actually get some sort of browning on it. All right, so bear with me while I do this. All right. Yes, so that's the MSG. Do want to put a hot pepper in mine, but I'm not gonna bust my hot pepper. My hot pepper is gonna be just so that it have flavor. So I'm gonna rest this on the top, and the oils that's springing out from the hot pepper is really what's gonna give flavor. Well, thank you for the like. So for those of y'all who joining me, I'm making Trinidadian stewed chicken right now. It is on its way, doing what it do. I'm just cooking it slowly but surely. We'll get there. It'll be finished soon. Um, what else am I missing? I feel like I'm missing something, but I don't remember. See if I don't remember. I guess I'm not missing nothing. All right, so I gotta wait for that to brown a little bit, guys. So again, bear with me whilst we get all of this brown. Okay. And then I'm also going to add tomato paste because it gives a rich flavor. A lot of people add ketchup. Usually add ketchup to the seasoning when you're actually making it in the first place, but I don't want to do so. Like I feel like when I use tomato paste, it give a rich bold flavor. So that's what I'm going with today. And again, I'm turning my chicken in this pot, y'all. Y'all see I got too much chicken in my pot, right? But my family will eat it, so that's a good thing. And I know I will eat it too. So spare with me whilst I get this done. It's about a 10-minute process. Oh, we in the 10 minutes, so it's not full 10 minutes still. But y'all see how the chicken get colored, right? This is all because it was browning on sugar. We did it right. It wasn't burnt. I think I got it just right this time too. All right, so leave that in there for now. All right, so the one thing I felt like I didn't add enough of, which is like the basic stuff, is black pepper and a little bit of salt because I just didn't. And in the back of my head, I know. So I'm adding my black pepper in right now. All right. And then I'm gonna add a little bit more salt. Don't I have? Don't I have? I swear I have. Okay, so I have such a love for different types of salt in my house. Feel like I don't think salt ones. All right, so I'm gonna add some kosher salt. Usually I use my kosher salt when when I'm seasoning meat so to pulse water. But this will also be real good because it's gonna just be in the pot for a while. We can't take salt away, but we could add it, right? So let's not add too much. We'll check it later on, make sure we have enough and all of that, blah blah blah. All right. Let's turn our pot here. Mm. Y'all, I really hope I browned this right. It do look brown, like the right color. I just hope I browned it enough so it's not sweet. But I can't figure that out until later on because the chicken gotta cook. All right. So what I am gonna do is add the rest of the stuff. So I'm adding tomato paste. I don't think I need that much. Got 1 big tablespoon. Okay. All right. What else do I need? I'm gonna add my tomatoes. I have 1 tomato that I chopped up. I'm gonna put that in there. I'm gonna add a bay leaf just because I grew up using bay leaf in like everything, especially for stews. It tastes so good. So I'm just gonna drop that in there. Try to get everything, swish it around. I want everything to stay in the pot, not out the pot. In the pot, not out the pot. All right, I think I could pull it all back and y'all can see me too. All right, guys. We are doing this. Can you see my meat? No, you can't see the meat. I think it's more important to see my pot. So y'all see my pot with me. And we are making Trinidadian stew chicken. So now that we have everything inside of here, I think I've gotten everything but mixed up good. The chicken threw out its own water. I'm gonna like cover this and let this sit for a moment. Don't have to worry too much about it because it's gonna cook itself. All right. Now in the next part over here, we're gonna do our lentils. Okay. Now I grew up eating lentils. I think for a while now, I just have not eaten a lot of the things that I'm accustomed eating. So let's do this together. I'll bring my chopping board over here. And y'all can see my pot right there. Let's turn that on and maybe get my stuff so I can stop. All right. I'm gonna do not a whole onion, but a half of an onion. I think I'll take the bigger piece today. Drop that there. Y'all bear with me. I'm getting everything organized. All right. So what we gonna do with this one is I'm gonna wash my lentils. All right. These are my lentils right here. So this is what I'm gonna be making today. And I think I want to do 2 cups of lentils because I feel like this process takes a while. And if I'm gonna do it, I might as well do it right. Oh, I forgot to drop my hot pepper in it. So hot pepper, I'm dropping it in my pot over here, right? And I'm gonna just leave it there for a little bit. Okay. Oh, shucks, I covered the wrong pot. Making mistakes. All right, lentil peas is really small. I do want to wash my lentil peas. I'm gonna get another bowl. Not this. That'll make no sense. And we just gonna eyeball it and pretend like we did what we wanted to. So these are all that I'm gonna wash right there. I think that seemed like that seemed like 2 cups, right? I don't know. I should have probably actually put the 2 cups in. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, that's 2 cups right there. All right, so I'm gonna go wash my lentils. I'll be right back. And I'm making this real simple today. So I have my lentils washed right here. I'm gonna rest them to the side. I'll pull this out a little bit so you can kind of like see maybe more of like what I'm doing. So this is my two pots here, but I really want y'all to see inside this pot here. So let's kind of get up there, right? So we can do right there. Okay, so I washed my lentils. Now I'm gonna my pot been hot. Oh my god, I'm gonna go get more olive oil. So I'm gonna put some olive oil inside of there. I'm gonna start cutting up my onion so I can drop it in this pot. You know, onions really make me cry. Do you all know there's onions you can buy and they don't make you cry at all? I've also heard like if you soak the onion in like I believe it's like water or ice water, it don't make you cry. But I never try those things. I just cry my eyes away if I'm actually chopping onions so this happen. It's just like, part of the process of cooking. All right, okay, I have onion skin like everywhere. Let me get rid of this off my hand. Alrighty, let's do this. So I like to cut my onion three ways down there. Oh, you all almost got my finger. Was thinking about cut my finger and then almost got my finger, and that don't happen often. Didn't. All right. I'm trying not to spill all the onions everywhere, so I'm going a little bit slower than I usually would. Okay, so what am I making over in this spot over here? I'm making lentils. All right. Oh my God, I'm burning my oil. Don't want it to be still burned. So I'm gonna drop my onion. All right. Now my onions saute themselves. Then I'm gonna add some thyme. I lowered my pot so you'll see. All right. Then I'm gonna add some thyme. I'm actually adding the thyme that's on here. We could always pull these leaves out after. So I'm gonna add that in there. Y'all wanna learn a trick? This is a trick I learned. I learned to try not to get stuff to burn a little bit when you saute and add some salt. I'm gonna do that because I'm gonna add salt anyway. And then I'm gonna come in, start doing my black pepper in here one time. Ah, I have to pick that up. All right, so add my black pepper in there. I'm gonna get a green onion. So I have a green onion. That's what I'm gonna add to the pot. All right. I really think I don't need more oil, so I'm just gonna just go in there with a little bit in the center. Now the pot is hot enough. It will do what it needs to. All right. Okay. I should add more salad. That's because of how much I'm making. All right, I'm gonna add this big scallion. Look at this. This looks like a hand. All right, let's add that in there. Okay. I need garlic. So I'm gonna have to bust a new one open. Oh, let me lower this a little bit more. I don't want it to burn. And I'm just gonna add four garlics. I don't really have to say chop them up, but I do want to squash them. Oh, maybe I did more. All right, so I squashed everything. Take the skin off of them. Hey, Kinga. I hope you're doing well. I am cooking lentils. So I grew up in Trinidad eating this, originally from Trinidad and Tobago. And to be honest, I rarely make this in my family. And I think probably in the last year, now I've started to make it more. And this is something that I grew up eating so much of. Like, this was a big thing for us. So, coming on to the end of really cutting up everything I need to anyway. All right. Let's get that a little bit squished up there. All right. Gotta tune that. Let's see what else we will put. Okay, okay. So I have to do carrot in here because this is a big thing for me. So I'm gonna add one big carrot. So this is a carrot that I'm gonna add in there. I'm gonna shave it down and then I'm gonna cut it up. So let's shave together. I just love shaving carrots. Like I wish I could shave my legs the way I shave carrots. So smooth, right? Could never mess that up. All right, I'm gonna take all of this off. I think I can just. I want to save this. I'm gonna put this in water and then get more. Meantime, I can throw this away. All right, so with my carrot now, I'm gonna just. All right, carrots are like really good. You know, probably could have chopped it up smaller, but it'll break apart anyway. And then I'm going to put. Oh, you know what? I forgot that I did have, so I'm gonna drop it in there. It's like green bell peppers, red bell peppers. I'm gonna just drop the rest of it in there. Don't waste anything in my house. So I was cooking yesterday, cut up too much, put it at the side. I was like, I will find use for you somehow. Groceries too expensive to be wasting food. Okay, I'm down to the last bit of my celery, which is great. Oh, need to watch it. One moment. All right, let's take the excess branches off. Then let's begin our chop. Get all the square here. Chop, 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 chop. Okay. Chop, 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 chop. All right. Drop the celery in there. Okay. Let that just do a thing. My fire is on low. I'm not trying to burn anything. So what am I making here? I'm making stew lentils. I got the vegetables going already. Let me move this out of the way. And then I can get what else I need. All right, so I'm gonna add some parsley. I did forget about that, but I'm gonna rip this parsley up. I'm not chopping it up. We will still add. All right, so parsley, I'm just gonna drop it in there. Okay, now these are my lentils. I'm gonna drop these in here too. Got a little bit of water, but not too much. That'll be an issue because I did try to drain it as much as I could. All right, Let's get all these things kind of like mixed up in there. All right, let's check our stew over here. Stew should be going real good. All right, this pepper, I cannot pop this pepper. So I'm gonna take this pepper out for a moment. Okay, I think our stew is doing just right. What I want to do is add a little bit more water because I want more gravy. But it got all this brown and it needs to get everything look good. I am very much pleased. Very, very much. My mommy will be a proud mommy. All right. Put it in chicken more if you need on other pieces, but I think all mine is fine. All right. And this is just naturally spring water from it. So I didn't add anything. Now I am going to. Boop. Let me get this done. And take this on the side. I'm gonna add more. Probably don't need to add this much, but I like sauce. I can't be the only person in my house who likes sauce. So add all that so that I can have enough sauce in there. I'm gonna let it sit. I'm not even gonna do too much stirring at this point. I'm gonna take the pepper, rest it back on top so the oils can spring from the pepper itself. Cover that pot, let it cook. Leaves that there. Stew chicken. Okay, let's go back to all right, so these are lentils. Let me try to put this to the front. It might just be easier now to the front. All right, so these are lentils right here. It's cooking. I have a bunch of stuff. I just blew my finger. Did I really just put my hand on a pot and left it? All right. I'm not doing too much with this. You know, some people like to add coconut milk to this. I'm doing like a real plain thing. Nothing too much today. So I think the main thing is that I get everything that I want inside. All right. Now here's the secret. This is a secret. People usually add pumpkin in here. I don't have pumpkin, somebody squash. And this is where things start to give a little bit more flavor with the carrots and the celery. Inside of here, I have onions and poop, one more for the go. I have onions and garlic and parsley and thyme, a bunch of stuff. So, I get this going. And I am going to add salt. I did add a little bit of salt, but I'll add more because I know this is not enough for how much I'm doing. Okay, forgive me more. Okay. See, guys, I'm gonna use chicken stock, but I'm using better than bouillon. I love this right here. So this is what I'm gonna be using. I do need water for this. I'm gonna go get some water. Stuff inside here. So there's no like exact rule with how much water you put in this. You know, I just have a bunch of water here. I'm about to put this in here. Might as well. I could, yeah. All right, so I'm just gonna drop that in there. There is something that I am missing that I didn't add to this pot yet. Now this has sodium in it, salt. So that's why I'm not adding too much salt here. Remember, we could add salt, we can take away salt. So I'm gonna get another spoon. Yeah, that look good to me. All right, I'm gonna use this to help scrape it off. Alrighty, mixy, 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 mixy. Mixy, 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 mixy. All right, now, you know what I think I forgot to add to this? I think I forgot to add tomato paste. I think I forgot to. I add tomato paste to this. I might be wrong. Okay, no, I'm wrong. I don't add tomato paste to this. I don't have to. Okay. I am, however, gonna add some time, not time, some bay leaf to it. If I can find the bay leaf, I just had it. All right, so this here bay leaf, ooh, lover, Mr. Bombastic. I'm gonna drop one of these in here, boop, just like that. Let it do what it do. All this is gonna give flavor to that pot. And this is gonna thicken up, so I may add a little bit more water. But everything is gonna be soft enough and it'll break down and I won't have to worry about like the size or nothing. Like everything should break down. All right, I do need to add. I didn't add any of this yet, so this is what I do want to add to it. I'm gonna add a little bit of brown sugar, but nothing crazy. So let's see how this goes. I'm gonna add one, two. All right, so I'm gonna add that. I didn't add any ginger to this, and I am going to, so bear with me while I chop this ginger up because I'm not creating. Not creating more dishes. I will cut this up with my bare hand. Alright, I'm not adding too much either way. Alright, let's get some ginger. Ginger. Add to the pot. And the last thing that I'm adding to this pot is if I can find you. Well, that's why. How can I not find you? Can I take what there? Oh, I didn't. That's why I can't find you. I'm gonna add a hot pepper. All right, and I want to make sure like I don't bust this pepper, so I'm just resting it on top, and then the oils is gonna do what it's supposed to do. So basically, I'm gonna cover this spot, and that's done. And now we're gonna go over to stew again. Now this hot pepper here. Let me take this hot pepper out because I'm not busting this pepper. Else I gotta find something for my child to eat. Oh, y'all see this? Oh my goodness! I don't see, do you? That's a stewed chicken right there. All right, so my concern is salt. So let me see how this tastes. Mr. Bombastic. I just want to taste the salt. I don't want to taste the chicken. Okay, so I know I ain't got enough salt. All right, so I add salt. Usually I add potatoes to this, but I'm gonna do like tomatoes and cucumbers at the side, and I have um avocado and all that. So I'm not gonna do too much extra. And I'll let this sit for a little bit, do what it do, and then I can come back and see how it tastes. The oils pop that out for me with all these and the pepper. One more time, I'm gonna taste it. One more time, just make sure I added some stuff. And then, okay. Oh, I lost my time. Ah, running my time. Okay. Clean up now so I can kind of and off to the side. Not sure my wedding rings away. Back there. Let's put this in the sun. Alrighty. I am going to use this plate for my spoon in there. My clean up everything else around it. Let's check the pot over here. Oh, I don't want to bust the pepper. Alright, she will survive. Okay. These are my two pots there. They're cooking. They're cooking. Always happens to me when I'm cooking. I add more stuff to the pot that I probably didn't need to add, but going to add anyway. Like maybe a little more ketchup. Mm.